we're not debating this right now because we've forgotten this debate, but up until about the 70s, even 80s, people were well aware of a huge debate in every society. At one end you have liberty, and at the other end you have equality. And the more you force of one, the less you have of another. That make sense? So the society which allows you a lot of liberty, personal liberty, may well result in a lot of inequality, of wealth and position and ownership and so on. You can slide it all the way other end. You can have perfect equality. Make sense? Communist China. Everybody wears the same clothes. Everyone gets paid the same salary. Everything is owned by the state. Nobody owns everything. Does that make sense? They give you got equality, but you have no liberty. So everyone's understood there is a sliding scale between liberty and equality. And your morality decided where to fulcrum it. Does that make sense? How much liberty do I allow, okay, which may give increase in equality? How much equality do we legislate for that gives liberty? Now, in the West, especially in England, America, North America, so on, that equation was resolved in favor of liberty. Does that make sense? Liberty over equality. Okay, you have freedom of conscience, freedom of assembly, freedom of expression, freedom. So even in the UK, where we don't even have a written constitution, okay, we think of it in these terms, we should have that. What has happened is that fulcrum has now spun the other way, okay, to enforce state-enforced equality. How can the government effectively deal with all of the cynicism about its inability to give everybody everything that they say they want? And the answer is ultimately you take control of everything, and you regulate what people should do and even how they think and so on, and all of a sudden you're going to have equality of a type. You're just not going to have any liberty in it. And we've been there before in Europe, where we did take away everyone's liberty in the name of equality. And we're doing the same thing right now in the West, but nobody seems to be aware of this equation anymore. No one's talking about it. Okay? Nobody's thinking what it means. So the West is literally on a state of cultural suicide. Make sense? The gospel, which took root in this part of the world, and in many of those Western countries, gave birth to a form of government that had a form of morality. Does that make sense? That's driven by principle, so people do the right thing. So that means actually at one level you enforce law, but it's quite a small body of it. We now have masses of laws, no morality, and therefore we've lost freedom in the process. Does that make sense? And that's what we're living